What's up, everybody? It is a PAU live with the politicking as usual crew. It's been a long while. We shouldn't have left you, but we're back with a dope episode to enjoy. It's the entire crew tonight. Of course, it's your boy Mars, aka Marlon Beardo, the Bearded Weirdo. Cal Jones will be operating a special moderator tonight, helping y'all in the chat and coming in with some amazing sights. And of course, my guys on the West Coast, Short Man and Big Gerald. How's everyone doing this morning, afternoon, evening, wherever time you're watching this? How the hell you doing today?
Doing good. How about y'all?
I'm swinging for the fences, baby. It's always a good day in the Christian mingle world.
Wi-Fi is on point. I'm back. Oh, yeah.
Sir, we actually got some quality Wi-Fi. My man's lighting's good. We're looking like we got at least 1080p on the camera, and it's looking amazing. But we got some good stuff to talk about today. We got some amazing content for you guys. So, of course, we want to hear from you. We want you to speak your mind. If you want to come in, we can send the link to you. We got Kyle. He's going to be moderating with us as well. So we're ready to get into it today. But before we get into it, we got to go around the room and give you our social media. We also need you to like, comment, and smash if you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, any of those places. Make sure. Can y'all hear me? I knocked my microphone down. I'm not even.
Oh yeah, you good?
I'm not even drinking right now. But we got some great content for you. So let's go ahead and start with the first bit of information or the bit of content. Your boy Trumpito, the Golden Time Man. Jesus Christ, he is charged again. I've never seen anything like this in my lifetime. I've seen a couple impeachments, but I mean, this man is getting charges like he's on YSL or something. He might have to cut a gutter plea deal. Somebody give me something. What do y'all think? I personally, you know what? I'll start. Nothing's gonna happen to this guy.
I'll say that too.
Nothing's gonna happen to this guy. A lot of people are like, "Oh, he's about to get his just desserts." I hate to say it, but he's a rich white man. They don't get their just desserts. They just get dessert. It's nothing gonna happen to this guy. But I just find this interesting because people are getting so up in arms about these charges and the second time he's been charged again. But what do you guys think? Do you think there's potentially any? They're finding cocaine in the White House. It's just lawless right now. Anything goes. The White House, crack house, same thing. It's going to happen to Trumpito.
Hey, in the words of Trump, fake news. That's what that shit is. Nobody cares. He's going to get charged, and it's going to go away within a week. He's been charged on many different occasions, and nothing happens like you said. So, oh well, let's move on to something else. He'll grab somebody's coochie pot pie again. He's going to say some racist stuff. He's going to do something to black folks, Asians, whoever. Like, let's just move on from this dude. If we just let him just go away and don't even talk about him, we'll do just fine.
How about you, Big Gerald?
I'm gonna say this one time. I know it's not gonna be popular, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Donald Trump will win the election in 2024.
You said this in private, and
there will be nothing to happen to that man because any publicity is better than none. Let's be honest. Ron DeSantis was making a little wave. He got Florida doing all types of stuff, bringing all types of publicity to himself. And the simple fact of the matter is, if you're not the most popular, you will not get voted. Florida is a big swing state. Donald Trump needed to do something to outshine Ron DeSantis, and here you go. That's all this is. It's a publicity stunt. He may get charged, but you know what? What the Republicans don't want to do is lose again. And Joe Biden's going to run again, so ain't no Democrat going to beat that. Donald Trump is going to win the election in 2024. We're going to get 4 more years of Trump. That's what's going to happen from this. This is the best thing that could have ever happened.
The best.
Yeah,
Him.
think about it. He got charged and was found guilty. But what happened after that? He went on the campaign trail. You think about it, he just lost in court not that long ago, and he's been on the campaign trail ever since. This ain't gonna do nothing to him. He's never like Mars said. He's never gonna see the inside of prison. Never.
Oh no, I know that for a fact. He ain't going. He ain't
Oh,
seeing jail.
so if Joe Biden can get elected, Donald Trump can get reelected. Have in the past 8 years, anything goes when it goes to the White House. You just got to show up and say you want to be elected. Hell, Drew, you'll get 20 votes.
I know some who won't.
Uh,
But how about you, Kyle? I know you're moderating, but you have anything to add?
I feel like I'm in a dream. Like I don't even know where we're at as a country. That Donald Trump is the best choice. Joe Biden is the best choice. Like I meet so many smart people every single day, and I don't know how our two choices is somebody that's getting charged with everything, and somebody who kid just got charged with something and took a plea deal, and that's a different episode. I don't have any problems with Trump. I don't like him. I don't dislike him. I know Donald Trump couldn't be black and have all these charges. If a black person wanted to be president, they had to have a perfect record, had to speak properly, can't be threatening. But this dude, not saying he did stuff, but there's smoke, there's fire. But he gonna be able to run after all these charges. If a black dude just owed child support or something, he's already looked at as bad. If he got into a fight, he's looked at as a thug. Like nobody overlooks it and say, okay, well, we're not going to judge that person just from that one mistake. This dude do everything. I don't have anything against it. I'm just like, make it fair all the way around. That's but fair. In terms of this case, he's going to get off. It's something, I don't know, politics has gotten to the point where it's not even like politics no more and people don't realize we're the ones that got the power. It's just about who you go for. And like, if I cheer for that person, if they do anything bad, I won't call it out. Like, I just look at the good. The same thing with the other side. People don't have conversations. People can't disagree no more. If you like something, they'll label you. So,
is it like that's where watching the presidential debate is like watching something on VH1.
Yep.
Trump doesn't even debate anymore. He's got in the irony, and I agree with everything all three of you guys said. The irony to me is that Trump and Joe Biden both hold the record for the most votes in any election ever in the history of the United States. Over 80 million votes for these guys. It's only 300, 400 million people in the entire country. And all of these people are coming out and voting. And I really think instead of Democrats, Republicans, Americans, it's almost like a sport. It's essentially Lakers versus Celtics. And which team are you on? If you're a Democrat, you're a Laker. If you're a Republican, a Celtic, or whatever you want to be, and you're just rooting for your team. And we all know we're all fanatics about certain teams that you don't care if a serial killer is on your team. If your team could help you win, you're like, I mean, did he really kill a lot of people? I mean, he killed 4 people. 4 people. It's because he helps your team win. And that's what America's turned to. It's just what team are you on and what representative. I don't think really either of them are. I just, growing up, I never believed I could become president. Not because I was black. I never believed I could become president because simply I'm not smart enough. Like, I shouldn't be the president of a whole country. And I'm not a dummy by any means, but I don't want the president to be dumber than me. And I feel like now, is the saying, smartest person in the room. So I don't necessarily want to be in the room where I'm always the smartest person, knowing that there's certain things that I'm like, bro, I didn't learn about credit scores until I was 20 something. I shouldn't be the president. There's some countries in the Middle East that I couldn't pronounce to save my life. I shouldn't be president. And now I'm like, shit, maybe I could be president. It wasn't Obama who made me believe I could be president. It was Donald Trump. I was like, shit, you can do anything. You got baby mamas. You can have sex tapes. You can do porn stars. You can take crooked deals. You could have family members that do cocaine. Him and Joe Biden is every kid should be like, thank you. You really can be whatever you want to be as long as you're on the right team.
And I have nothing against it. Just make it even all around the board. Like, let me be able to do that too. Don't look down on me. If I do that, I'll lose my job.
Shout out Big Al Unique. What's up, brother?
Unique? So I just came up with two names. You already got grab him by the coochie Trump, and then you got Booger Sugar Biden.
Well, that's his son. That's his son. We're
not gonna have they found sugar.
You got the Secret Service out there.
Every time you get on here trying to get us cancer, now you're trying to get us into Guantanamo. What is the problem, bro? I thought we loved each other. What's happening?
Things that have come out. I'm just calling it like it is, brother.
But you got to clarify that. And you said Booger Sugar Biden. You got to clarify. He's still the president now.
Okay. Booger Sugar Biden's son. Okay.
Nope, that doesn't work either.
You saying that you're just labeling him. You got to say Hunter. You got to put it on him. The son's name is Hunter. You're gonna get us arrested. Me and you, we going to prison. Sean and Alvin got a chance. We going to prison. So you got to stop.
You get that visit. You're gonna be in the car when you see that black suit, Mr. Shortman. Can you come with us?
They call him by his full government. They just please step out of the vehicle. So I want to go on this thing and say Donald Trump is not a pleasant person, but I mean when you think about it, even when he was president, he didn't do too horrible of a job. And I know that's unpopular to say as an African American man in this country.
I knew you was gonna go there.
He did, but he didn't. He really did not. I mean, think about it.
What did he do so positive though? What did he do positive?
What did any of them motherfuckers do that was so positive? You think about it. Everybody loved Barack. He didn't do nothing for nobody. I don't care what nobody says. He did nothing.
He gave them hope.
Hope don't feed nobody children. Me and you see enough homeless people know that hope didn't do a damn thing. And correct me if I'm wrong. Ain't the motto at your job help, hope, and healing? And y'all ain't did nothing. So again, that's relevant. So think about it this way. When George W. Bush, the son, became the president during the 9/11 and all that stuff, that was the door opening that anyone could be president. But a lot of things that have transpired in this country since 2001 has not been that great. We've been in recession, God knows how many times since 2000. Nothing's really changed. We were just off-site talking about how we watched the Jetsons and all this stuff, and America's not changed since the 80s. You know, there's a lot of things that have not changed. And a lot of things that are coming back to swing it to where, boy, the 70s and the 80s are going to be quite familiar. So y'all that grew up in there, y'all going to see things y'all hadn't seen before. I mean, this, like I said, this is it's a joke, pretty much. Whoever runs the U.S., they're going to run the way they want to run it. It's about who got the most money, who can back the person that's in the office, and we got to learn to start taking care of ourselves. And that's what the United States of America has gotten away from.
That's why
learning how to take care of each other.
It really is a VH1 special but people tune in to watch it, and then they have stuff to talk about like us. We're going to speak about it because you think he get arrested, he gets charged with something. People are talking.
Well, yes, the president.
Yeah, VH1. Presidential edition.
I was always raised to think globally and live locally, because at the end of the day, it's your local politicians that's going to really have an impact on your life, and that's really where you should focus. Gerald said it, and I think he hit the nail on the head. Nothing changed under Obama. Nothing changed under Bush. both sides just pander to different sides of the economic spectrum. So you have Democrats that pander to the poor. So do you think they really want to do anything to hinder their base? They want to keep you poor because you're going to vote for them because you want your stamps, you want your benefits, you want your things. They want you to stay poor because what happens when poor people become rich? They vote Republican because they want to stay rich. They want to get those tax breaks. The Republicans do the same thing. They focus on the hedge funds, the businessmen, the rich, the wealthy, the Christian elite, and they want them to stay in that position because guess what? If all of a sudden you lost your fortune and you needed some social services, you'd vote Democrat. So both sides do everything in their power to keep the status quo, to keep people in the same condition that they are. That's why, regardless of who votes, nothing changes because the agenda is to keep things the same. That means the elite, the 10%, the 1% stay in the 1%, and the rest of us stay in the economic zones that we are and that we've been in. It's very hard to get outside, even though we don't have a class system per se. It's not much different from old England, where you had people that were serfs and and they just stayed that way for the rest of their life. You almost have to do something extraordinary to get out of that zone or create something or do something because you're not going to work your 9 to 5 to extreme wealth. It's just impossible because they keep the wages at a point where you will keep your head above, barely keep your head above water unless you make your money work for you. But if you just depend on your check, your biweekly, monthly, or weekly check, and don't make wise investments and don't make your money work for you, you're going to stay in the same area. So I hate to say it doesn't matter who you vote for as president because there, as we can see, there's some things like abortion laws and marriage laws that fringe things that can be flipped. It does matter, but at the end of the day, I think focusing more on the local area and where you live in your community, and I literally mean your community, your village of people, is where your best bet lies to make a significant change, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, but when you talk about like the system and staying down, people don't want to hear this, but you got to have that system because if I'm able to make a lot of money, who the hell gonna work at McDonald's when I want to go to McDonald's? If I want to go on vacation, who's gonna do those hotel jobs? So it's like we want everybody to move up, but we kind of don't because if everybody's rich, then who's gonna work these other jobs that nobody want to do? Who's gonna unclog your toilet? Who's gonna do any of this stuff? So the system is working like it's designed to work. You know, we gotta have a class for everything, or we won't get nothing done.
I mean, we really saw during the pandemic when these essential services, when everything was shut down, you needed those McDonald workers and you needed those trashmen and you needed those people working at the grocery store that didn't have an opportunity. You couldn't bag groceries at home. You had to do it there. And, you know, I think a lot of those jobs can certainly be replaced by AI and robots. But in the meantime, they're also very expensive. So I do agree with you, Kyle. And that's kind of what I'm saying. They want the status quo. They want people to stay in that economic class that they're in and not be able to see. Because as you mentioned, if everyone was rich, there has to be a loser. Thank you, Al. That's absolutely, in order for it to work, there has to be a loser. There has to be a 1%, and there has to be the rest of us. You know, we all can't. If we were, as you mentioned, if we all woke up in the morning with Jeff Bezos' bank account, you think you go to work? Any of us going to work tomorrow?
That's most of us getting assault charges. Slapping your boss. You know somebody ain't like at work, you don't get off. Yeah.
I really don't care when people don't want to do stuff with themselves because I'm like, all right, well, we're gonna need, you know, we need like I don't know, ditch diggers and shit. So I'm like, all right, well, just keep doing what you're doing. That's just the unfortunate reality of life.
It's not that I don't care. It's just when if you don't put the effort to change in, I can't make anyone want something for themselves. So I definitely agree with that aspect, but there's definitely certain has anyone seen that movie I Cloned Tyrone yet?
Uh,
Jamie Foxx movie.
not
Uh
yet.
really good movie. Shot ridiculously dark for some reason, but it's a really good movie. And obviously it's a lot of fiction and it's a fictional account. But essentially, the theme of the movie was they were literally the projects were a project, and they were cloning people in there to keep the projects in the same way. Like, we got to make sure we have a bunch of drug dealers. We got to make sure we have a bunch of hookers. We got to make sure we have all the things that would degrade the society. And you found out they were all clones. And they were putting things in the fried chicken, things in the music. They had a very interesting scene where they're in a club and they were breaking into the secret laboratory. All the secret laboratories were in the places that African Americans tend. They were in the strip clubs, they were in the liquor stores, they were in the barber shops, they were in the churches, and they were in the fast food and fried chicken spots. All of those spots had a secret place in the lab, and they were putting it in the music, like programming people to, oh, don't do this, shoot your friend, do it. They were just lit, and it was very tongue in cheek, but it was very like eye opening, and it makes you when you talk about stuff like that, people are like, oh, you got a tinfoil hat, you're crazy. But I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility, and that is fantastical, which brings us to our next subject when you talk about things out the realm of possibility. And this is going to be funny and great comments, everybody. And thank you guys for tuning in. But they've pretty much just come out. They had a special, I guess, government hearing. And we recall, I believe in 2017, the Air Force came out and said these AEPs or aerial phenomenon, UFOs, whatever you want to call it, are real. And now they've had on Congress, on TV, you can go on your Twitter or X or whatever it's called right now. And they were like, yo, we found UFOs and aliens. And nobody's talking about it.
Yeah, but crazy, man. What the hell is going on?
Like,
just push it to the side.
I hate this world. So what we should all be like, everything I told was a lie. Like, we should be picketing in the streets right now. We should be questioning the world, religion, everything. And people on Twitter like, damn, they said they got aliens, yo. Anyway, have you seen it? I'm blown away. Somebody give me something. What the hell do you think is going on right now?
So I think it's two things. So first thing is a lot of us nerds kind of already do this, and so we're like, we've just been waiting for you to tell us because no matter how much you tried to say it wasn't true, we kind of always had that feeling. Our technology just kind of jumped, in the span of our time, and we weren't getting that technology from nobody because Einstein died in '55, so somebody had to be coming up with this stuff. And the second part about it is people were more worried about the fact that the world is abnormally warm right now, and it seems like everywhere's hot. And so, I mean, I'm worried about AC in the unit in my home than the fact that we have aliens. They ain't coming to see us. So I think it's weird because we're in a weird space and time, like we just talked about, where politics, unless you just invested in that, takes a back seat to the show of Trump in court. And then when it comes to aliens, like, well, ain't like Transformers or nothing, so we ain't too worried about it. But us nerds are like excited, like, how correct were we? So you just got two sides of this, and it's amazing, like you said, that it came out the way it did because even the way they unveiled it was just like, oh yeah, by the way, before we leave up out of here, it's just like that. So.
North Mindy just rolls out. No. Like, is that Alpha?
I mean, I'm trying to roll with the aliens, man. Like, with how hot it is out here, racism and shit. Like, I'm trying to roll with the aliens. I'm trying to see how they live. Pretty
What
sure
if
the
they look like
technology is good.
way?
You said what?
What if they look like us and they the same way? They prejudiced and sexist and all of that stuff.
You know, them aliens, they good-hearted people, man. I'm pretty sure they got good roads.
You thinking of E.T. because he was alien?
Think about it. Ain't nobody putting that much technology into flying to another planet to look at me and be like, "Yeah, I don't like the fact that you black." Ain't nobody on that. You know how pointless that is. If you was that race, you could have stayed there. These are explorers. Like to us, to them, we're very primitive. And so when it comes down to it, if they were like us, they look down on us. Like we look at when they talk about cavemen, man. They stayed in caves, get their money up. Like, nah, they ain't worried about us. They ain't worried about social cues. You flew 60 light years to worry about social cues.
Right. They're in ships that defy all laws of physics that we know. They figured a way to travel at light speed somehow or either make some type of warp drive to bend space and time. And to us, we probably all just like different color monkeys. They're like, oh, there's brown monkeys and white monkeys and Asian monkeys, and these guys still use fossil fuels and fight each other. They're like, I can't wait till they die so we can take their planet. They're probably heating it up right now. So they're like 30 more degrees, and it's gonna be so uncomfortable. They'll just move to the ocean, like in Black Panther.
Earth is to the aliens. Earth is probably like the hood. That's why they probably just ride through here so fast. Make sure they get to their destination, get home, and get on out of here. Everybody trying to stay on Earth.
The ones that
We even trying to stay on Earth.
The ones that crashed are probably the teenagers that got drunk and took their mom's UFO, and they're like, "Hey man, let's go to the hood. I hear they got good ribs and the bitches are friendly."
Yeah, right.
If there are aliens, which seems to have been confirmed, are they predator or are they alpha? Like, what do y'all think? Do y'all think they're like, oh shit, they're here to take us out, or they're just here to enjoy this hood show? They're like I said, this is probably love and hip hop to them. They're like, they're threatening nuclear war. They still use nuclear weapons.
Hey, so if you look at planet Earth, to them we like beyond scared straight. We like, oh, you don't want.
I'm not arguing with Mama Marshall. If she say ain't no aliens, ain't no aliens.
Hey, look.
Have you seen my? I'm not sure that I'm not one myself.
So think about it. They beyond scared straight. The only reason that they crack, oh, you want to learn what it's like in the real world? Here you go. No, never come back.
Let me drop you off over here. Drop you off on Earth.
I got a question about this too. All right, so they know there's an alien because they can look at it, right? So how far do they track it to? Like, wouldn't you track it all the way, out of Earth or whatever to see where it goes? Or you just see it when it's here and then all of a sudden it just falls off the radar. You don't see it no more.
Well, from what I listened, they said they discovered, I guess they were already deceased. When they discovered this ship, the aliens were already deceased. The biologics, as he claimed, were already deceased. So they probably just, been studying. But I'm sure, my car has a low jack and it's like a 2017. So I'm fairly certain these alien ships probably have some type of tracking where they could, reverse. I don't know. Maybe you mentioned technology. Maybe that's why your iPhone became so smart in a matter of time, because they discovered that aliens probably had iPhones all. I'm not so sure Elon Musk isn't an alien with his Tesla thing. He looks a little weird. He's got a brand new hairline. So I don't know.
So you're saying that there are actually alien bodies that they seen?
That's what the guy said.
Oh, I'm not. They ain't gonna show us.
So let me ask you. Let's say this is true, and let's say they end up coming back, and they just come, and you can. Could y'all see yourself hanging with one of them?
They ain't coming. They ain't coming.
If you take your head off, Drew, you're pretty damn close to. I am so sorry, God.
I love Jesus, y'all.
I apologize. He set me up. He's known me for 30 years. He should have known better.
That was not necessary.
When I get my money, I'm telling you, I'm gonna change my head and give me a new hairline.
I mean, yeah, like I said, it can't be any worse than regular people.
Exactly.
Somebody just had somebody come in. But yeah, I mean, they can't be work. I don't like half the people that I hang with now. So I mean, yeah, I would certainly hang out with an alien. I'm cool with that. I have no problem. They probably got the haps on some good travel, and if you can help me get out of just Friday night traffic, I'll hang with the alien. I'm down with that.
I don't know. Maybe it's my mind. I just be thinking that one dude just be like, I want some alien pussy. I just keep thinking about that.
Whoa, this is not after dark.
Wait, what?
What?
Somebody gonna end up saying that. I'm telling you. Somebody be like,
Is somebody named Short Man? I mean,
no.
What is the process?
No. It just came to my mind. Like, I know it's gonna be somebody that say that, man. For real. Bro, you know how this world is. Somebody gonna be like, ooh, I want to try some of that. Trust me, it ain't me.
I thought you had your I Love Jesus hat on for a reason. This is not Christian Mingle authorized. I don't like it.
Yeah,
I mean it to stop.
now it went left.
Ladies and gentlemen,
It's
we apologize for
far
that.
left.
But yeah, you know,
Fine, I'm sorry.
If we see a little brown and gray baby walking around, I think I know who the pappy is.
The shortest extraterrestrial you ever.
Oh my God. Oh man. Any final words about the ET discovery? Let's close this one out.
I just think that this came up at the most opportune time where most of the world is like extremely hot and they talking about El Nino is here to stay. Like, but ain't no solution for it. Like, no one's concerned about it. So we get the two stories that we've been talking about. Wow, pretty much the world is on fire. So I mean, that's all I got to say about that.
And it's odd that they dropped this right when, Secret Invasion drops and it was so so critically panned. They're like, nobody will pay attention because they're so worried about how bad the Samuel Jackson movie is.
Samuel L. Jackson got a movie?
Well, it's a TV show on Disney Plus, Secret Invasion. Check it out.
Yeah, I couldn't even get through the second episode, man. Like,
yeah, it got the worst ratings of any Marvel show. But I digress. This is not unknown comic book podcast. You on mute, Big Gerald?
Oh, I'm at work, so I was trying to get somebody to grab something for me.
Oh, okay. I was like, he's having a whole conversation.
Man, where you working at? I bet I see you on HBO special.
No, so you got to remember we can convert old hotels into shelters like Aspen Court or the one Drew seen at the Kenilworth. So yeah,
gotcha.
Absolutely.
69.
Wait, is that Hunter Biden back there? They partying.
got some booger sugar in one of them rooms.
Wait a minute. I don't do nobody drugs.
I didn't say you. I said it's in somebody's room.
Oh, okay. Let me mute myself so you don't hear it.
Some of Mars's family members they saying that we still got aliens. They believe it.
No, they're saying they don't believe. That there's aliens. Michelle Ralph says they hear quite a few people that believe we have aliens in here, but they're very anti-belief. But that shuts, and that's a whole nother conversation. That shuts a lot of religious people views because it's kind of anti what was been taught, and that's not something that we want to delve into necessarily. It is what it is, but I mean, it's hot as here. It's stinking. They be having fires. I'm ready. Me. I'm ready to go to Saturn, or I'm ready to go. I almost said I'm ready to go to Uranus, but I just
Oh,
Go there by yourself.
you
But
was not invited.
This is what's funny though. We live in a world of TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all these social media apps, and nobody has footage of aliens. Like nobody had a crash landing and ran up, and took video of it and posted it. Like something just seems weird. I don't believe it.
Have you ever seen a zebra in your neighborhood?
Nope.
They exist though. It's all about where you're at. This is a big world. It's a lot bigger than you thought. There's areas in this world that's still, maybe they're all in Antarctica. Don't nobody live in Antarctica.
So you think it wouldn't be coincidence that every time one of them crashed or that they see it, it would be somewhere that nobody could get to it except for like the government? Like something seemed off about that.
I'm a comic book fan. I think anything can happen. You know, they got cloaking devices, they got technology. I'm not above saying, if it crashed in a small town, if we got to take a few people out in a barn fire to make sure, I am not above saying
there you go. That's what I was trying to get to.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not above to think, and plus, what is one of the best ways to make people not believe you is make you feel crazy. So that's always been the agenda. When someone says I've been abducted, they're crazy, they're a liar, they're trying to get money, things of that nature. So I mean, I always leave my mind open for all possibilities. I think it's foolish to just assume when most of us have been out the country maybe 2 or 3 times in our lives. We definitely haven't been out of the solar system or even out the stratosphere. So I don't think we should just assume in this huge, infinite universe that apparently is still expanding. I think it's really egotistical to think when they've already said there are literally millions of planets with conditions for life, to think that we're the most involved. I don't even know if we're the most involved of the species. I wouldn't be surprised if aliens are already here. Dolphins are kind of weird. Octopuses are definitely weird. Who knows? Aliens could be in the ocean. So I keep my mind open, but I'm also a comic book nerd. So
be careful with a small town. That may be another episode that I can't believe we missed out on that.
That's because we don't listen to country music, but I did hear some things about that.
I enjoy country music.
I like a little Charlie Pride every now and then, a little Johnny Cash every now and then. Yeah, I know Shortman's a huge fan of
Stapleton may be the most. Stapleton may be the most underrated singer of all time.
Who is?
Chris Stapleton.
Oh yeah, Tennessee Whiskey is my. Whew, that's my karaoke song right there. Y'all might see that in Vegas, but we're about to wrap this episode up. We thank you all for tuning in. We're going to go around the room and do our final closings. We'll start with Cal Jones. Give the people your info.
Cal Jones 757 on TikTok, YouTube, keeping up with the Cal Joneses. Blow the Whistle Sports, putting up big numbers. After Dark, we'll be back soon. Off Punishment, I think we got a special one coming up soon. What else we got? Politics as Usual, we're going to film that more. That's everything. That's what I got.
Absolutely. And what's the YouTube again? One more time so that people can follow you on YouTube.
Keeping Up with the Cal Joneses.
It seems like there's a lot of extra S's in there, but Chuck,
I was told it was spelled correctly. So
please check it out. Give my man a follow. Big Gerald, please let the people know where they can find you.
Of course, you can find me on Facebook at Gerald Williams, Instagram, Leroy J1117, Christian Mingle. Y'all know what we're doing. We got big numbers. And then it's almost that time, y'all.
Oh yeah.
You see it. Cowboy Nation, stand up.
We gotta have the
And as
two.
always, I'll be with the bros.
Yeah, we gotta have the two Cowboy fans on Blow the Whistle Sports. I don't know what y'all could debate about, but I think it would be very entertaining. It'd just be a love fest. Like, we're great, we're great, we're gonna win the Super Bowl, we're gonna win the Super Bowl. And I'm just gonna sit there with my whistle, like, oh my god.
So let me clarify. I am a realist first, and a Cowboy fan second. I don't drink the Kool-Aid. I'm just there to stir it and feed it to everybody else.
Oh, so we may debate that then, because I live in a fantasy land.
Every year since 1993, Alvin told me the Super Bowl was going to win. He was right for the first 2 years, but then after the mid 90s, shit got rough. I'm a Bengals fan, and Joe Burrow stay hurt, so it doesn't matter. Short man, please let people know where they can find you.
So you can find me on Instagram, Shortman8300, the same as TikTok, and on YouTube, Shortman8300. Follow me. I do have 2 special episodes of Off Punishment going to be coming with Kyle Jones, and then one of myself. It's going to be mind blowing once this drops. You can always catch me on Politicking as usual with the crew. You can catch me on Down in the Den after dark, always doing my thing. And you can catch me every week whipping Cal Jones' ass on Blow the Whistle Sports. I am undefeated. He is a cheater, and I stay whipping his ass because I only tell facts.
Well, short man, you may beat me because we need to film tomorrow to fight tomorrow, so we need to do a boxing episode.
Absolutely, and of course for your boy Mars, aka Marlon Beardo, the Bearded Weirdo, the Stella Rosa Casanova. Thank you guys for tuning in to Politicking as usual. We appreciate y'all. Replay will be replaying again at midnight, so please check that replay out. If you're watching on YouTube, do me a favor and follow. We're so dangerously close to 10,000. We've been moving. Now we're at the slow. So I need y'all to do me a favor and share this to every single person you know. We've got so much content. Follow up with the Keeping Up with the Cal Joneses page on YouTube. Follow.
Yeah,
you can just type in at Down in the Den on YouTube. It's that easy, at Down in the Den, and you will find all the content, including Off Punishment, all the other shows, the replays of Blow the Whistle. You can find it all there in that hub. We got tons of content coming out, and shouts out to all the den mates. Shout out to all the. We need some names for y'all audience. We got to figure it out. The Punishers.
No, mine's could be. I think mine's could be the Whistlers or some shit like that.
We'll work on it because I don't know about the Whistlers. That sounds like a gang.
Like a 7 group that sit on the corner and drink Coke 45 and sing doo-wop.
I'm about to say that sounds like the band that fought the Temptations back in that movie. Like they all had leather blazers on. They're like, with the Whistlers.
You can't sing better than me.
Don't nobody come to see you, Otis.
Yeah, jive turkey.
Suck a fool.
So for your boy Mars, not suck a fool. It sounds like a plantation insult.
You get your hands off me.
Oh man.
Oh God.
I can't deal with y'all.
But for myself, for Kyle Jones, Big Gerald, Short Man, shout out to Nikki New from Are You Mad and the rest of our affiliates. We appreciate y'all, and we are out this bitch.
I'm the real King Petty.